Guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's tutorial, I'm going to show you on how to work on the malloc and free, that is assignment 00BC malloc free. So before we dive into the actual project and the task, we need first to understand what is malloc. And malloc is a function that is used to allocate a certain amount of memory during the execution of a program. So the key word there is to allocate memory during the execution of a program. Then if not this, it will request a block of memory from the heap. If the request is granted, the operating system will reserve the requested amount of memory, and malloc will in return return a pointer to the reserved space. So if at all you go through the material that you have been provided with, you will get some basics of the malloc, the meaning, and how to work with malloc. And also you will get also to understand more of the value grid. And these are the part, this one, which according to as per the project objective, this one is not part of it. We will also get to understand of the callocs and relocs, apart from now the malloc. So we have the mallocs, the callocs, and the relocs. So for this one, go through this one. For then go through these other part and the dynamic. So these are video. So go through that short video. Okay, so step number one, as usual, these are the question and their answers. So 1 minute. So how to interpret all the way to number 6. Okay, so for us, most of us, if you go through the reading material, you will find the quiz quite easy for you. Okay, let's move to the task. So for task number 1, we have the general requirement. Use the VI, Vim, then all you are supposed to be compiled within the GCC, that is the wall. Then number 4, as usual, that's the most important part of which I always emphasize on all my videos. Ensure that you have a README file at the root of your folder of the project. Then another part, we are supposed to have a prototype of your function, and the prototype file of the char should be included in your function ender called main-h. The second to last line. Okay, let's dive directly to what we have as per the instruction. Your repo, your GitHub repository should be ALX low level programming. Then the directory, this is the directory that we're supposed to create, then this is the first defined. So open your sandbox. I've already opened my sandbox. Let me see what I have inside. So I will use the ls, meaning to list what you have in your repo. So let me try to open my ALX, cd ALX, then dash low, then I will use the tab to complete then let me see what I have inside. So these are the directory that I have in my repo. So I have already created the malloc, but for the purpose of taking you through the assignment, I will create another one, and I will give for the purpose of distinguishing it from the other, I will make directory mk make dir directory. So I will use -2 to differentiate from this one. Okay, let me see this one. Okay, enter. So what I've already done, I've created now a directory by the name 00b malloc free -2, just for the purpose. Note that for your project you should use the actual name file. If at all you go and add 2, you will not get your checkers right. Okay, so let me see what I have inside. So I have cd paste, then -2. Okay, so as you can see, my directory is empty, and as per the requirement, I'm supposed to create a readme file inside the root of that folder. So next step, I will create a vi readme.md. Then insert, I will press I for insert. Then I mostly prefer to use the name of the project. So I will paste here. I will be a little bit faster. Okay, Q. Okay, let's move to the next part. If you look at the second last requirement, the prototype of all your function and the prototype function of the chart should be included in your enter file called M. So what I'm supposed to do, I will copy this one, copy, then I paste vi, paste, insert. I've already created the file that you'll need for this particular project, so you don't have to get worried about to go about the whole thing. So for this one, for the main H, copy this one, copy, then you paste, then escape the queue. Okay, move to the next part, the pushar part. This one. If you look at this one, it doesn't have the .c. So remember to include the .c. Paste .c. Enter, insert, then copy your code with the pushar. Escape. Okay, so I'm through with the major requirement before I dive to my number 0. Then for number 0, if you look at the requirement, you are supposed to write a function that create arrays of char and initialize it with a specific char. So for this one, the requirement, you're supposed first to create a file by the name 0 create array C. Then copy the code, then you paste, escape, then move to number 2. For number 2, write a function that returns a pointer to a newly allocated space in memory which contains a copy of the string given as a parameter. Okay, for this one, the name of the file is the file name. Insert. Then copy your code, copy this one. Then move to number 2. For number 2, you're supposed to write a function that concatenates two strings. So for this one, create the name, the file name, that is a do str concate. So you keep on doing the same step all the way to the last part. So for the missing part, ensure that you keep on doing the same thing up to number 101. This one is a very simple concept. And insert. So we are through with our part 2. Now the next part, next part is to, as per the requirement, requirement number 2, all your file will be compiled on the Ubuntu. So copy this part. So copy. Do the same to the next one. Copy this one. Then copy so this one. Then you do for the mandatory the same procedure. Don't forget to do that. Okay, having done that, the next step, what you're supposed to do. Okay, let me do this one for the purpose of some of the learners who could not be getting what I'm trying to say. So finish. Okay, all the way to the last part. Okay, after you have done that, next step is to git add as usual. Then you git commit. You git commit. Then okay. Then malloc. Then you git push. So your project will be pushed to your GitHub account. So those are the steps that you are required to do for you to get all your checkers correctly. So these were actually my initial code. It will look like this. Okay, having done that, so the next step is to check our checkers will be the green to confirm whether we have done the thing correctly. Okay, so let's go to the checker. But I hope that we have followed the right procedure. So let me check. Okay, so for number 1, it's all the checkers are green. Then for number 2, also all the checkers are green. Good. Let me see for number 3. So if at all you follow the steps as I have highlighted them, you'll find that all your checkers will be green. Also, another thing, you don't have to get worried about the codes. I will share the document on my description on where we have the YouTube below the description part. I will share the link where you can be able to see the commands. Okay, so this one is also green. Then our number 5. It's also green. All the checkers are green. Then our last part. Okay, it's also green. So just take your time, go through the reading material, then watch the video before attempting the question, then go through the project. You'll find the whole thing will be quite easy for you. So thank you once again for taking time to go through this tutorial. I hope that you have learned something, and also in relation to that, kindly like and also share, and lastly subscribe so that you can continue supporting this channel so that we can continue learning coding together. Have a lovely study day. Bye bye.